The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem. Nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, episode 680. We'll jump right into it. We're the Whiskey Brothers. I'm your host, Slade Ham. That's the Right Reverend Robert Omunga to my right. That's Sam Damaris to my left. That is all three of your original Whiskey Brothers in the house. We're joined by Trey Tutson. You want to know where Dale's at? Stick around. He's going to be 15 minutes of him and Jason Salmon. WBNY comes up after this 30-minute episode.
WBNY.
I know.
You know, when you do the WBLA, Sam, when you get that started, you should take one of those fucking Tour of the Stars thing and do it live from there.
Oh, really?
Okay,
Yeah, no, that would be awful.
Maybe I will. I took one day where I said I was going to do touristy shit in L.A. and I decided.
Tell me I can't fucking segue.
I love you, Rob.
Sick dicks.
Sick ducks?
dicks.
Yeah, some ducks.
I paid $55 and I took the fucking TMZ tour.
$55?
Oh, that's one of the cheap ones.
Wait.
To sit on a double-decker bus and go look at
what
fucking...
double decker? It's just a bus with no fucking windows.
When you say TMZ tour, I thought you were one of those dudes standing on the side of the wings when they're fucking Harvey Levin and that
they
other black dude with dreads.
They advertise it on TV as they drive around, like you see celebrities
In a
they go to the
convertible
Grove,
bus?
whatever. Yeah, shit like that. Bruh,
So you got to pay $55 to go look at Charlie Sheen's house.
I wish it was that cool.
Motherfucker paid $55 to drive around his own neighborhood.
It was
There's Sam Damaris.
That's like me giving somebody $55 to go to Sparkle Burger.
That's what they should. They should have. That's like the worst Uber ever. It's just like a fucking tour bus for semi-celebrities like to get back home for $8. Oh, there's my house. I'll get off here.
They should call that shit the Kardashian tour.
Oh,
You
God.
get on because TMZ. They're like, we discovered Kim Kardashian because she was Paris Hilton's friend or whatever. There's video things that showed out, and they're like, we're responsible for the Kardashians. And I'm like, don't brag about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we get on the bus. Before anything happens, this girl goes, so who here is a fan of the Kardashians? Whole bus silence. And she goes, come on. I know somebody's a fan of the Kardashians. Silence. And you hear her go, oh, well, start the tour.
Oh, wow.
Well, you're gonna hate the next 45 minutes.
Dude, they took us out by every store the bitches own. They took us by.
Do you get to go in the stores?
No, you don't get on the bus. But there's a spot where Kim and Kanye were walking to some place and he bumped his head on a sign. They took us to the sign that Kanye bumped his head on. Like, bro, it was all Kardashians. It was all Kardashians.
Stop.
I'm gonna take a shot on that.
That's a historical marker.
Yeah.
That's
In LA. In LA.
Fuck you, California.
So the
Fuck you and your fucking Kanye-loving face.
whole time I'm in the back of the bus going, this is bullshit.
One, that is
This is
bullshit.
fucking
You
bullshit.
guys haven't had to do that since the 50s.
Right?
This is
my choice. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. This is bullshit. We're driving down Sunset Boulevard. They stop. They go, this is this restaurant, blah, blah, blah. And they drop the screens down when they caught Kim running out of this restaurant. And I finally had enough. I go, fuck that. I go, look over to the left. You know what that is? That's called the Seventh Veil Strip Club. You want to know what's funny about that? Look at the sign. See how there's three little neon things that just goes girls, girls, girls? I wonder who wrote a song about that. Yeah, Motley Crue wrote a song about that strip club.
Yeah.
The video is shot in that strip club.
But
they say raising hell in the Seventh Veil. That's it.
But hey, Kanye bumped his head on a fucking sign.
Jesus Christ.
Further we go down, there's something else stupid about the Kardashians, and hey, look over to your right. That right there is a restaurant. It's a Thai restaurant called Toy. And there was a dude who one day said, I will make a great fucking movie. He sat in that movie and got drunk and ate Thai food every day until he came up with a movie. The guy's name was Quentin Tarantino. The movie is called Pulp Fiction. There was I was like, yeah, Pulp Fiction was written in that fucking building, but you didn't know that, did you stupid bitch? Because it's about the Kardashians. We drove by Jim Henson Studios. They said nothing. I was like, Kermit the Frog! Kermit the fucking Frog! I go, and by the way, before Jim Henson had it, it was Charlie fucking Chaplin's.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And the girl giving the tour, she's like, wow, you know a lot of...
Stupid bitch. Are you serious? Oh, that just made me so mad.
She goes, wow, you know a lot about LA. How long have you lived here? I was like, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks, you bitch. 2 weeks.
Man.
Oh, God.
But you know, man, like those tours, you gotta I often wonder, man, who writes their scripts because when you
Well, it is TMZ, so they're gonna go. They're
dance with the ones that brought you.
Yeah.
I understand that, but like when you go to the Riverwalk in San Antonio,
Oh, jeez.
and I've for a long time there was a club there that we all played.
Yeah.
And you would wander from the condo down to the club via the Riverwalk, and oftentimes the
tour boat
would come by you, and you would hear the guy going, and off to your left is the JW Marriott, and you're just like, what are you even doing?
Why is that a marker?
That's the mall at the River Center.
Yeah,
and
this is the J.W. Marriott that Ben Franklin defended at the Alamo. Or
Yeah,
some shit.
it's
To be fair, in San Antonio, if you just talked about their one landmark, it'd be a very short time.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but my question is, do you need a tour guide for that, or could you just go, hey, you guys want to take a cool boat ride? I'm going to show you the whole Riverwalk without you having to walk it. That would get $20 out of me. When you're like, we're going to show you the scenic locations. I have some expectations.
Man? I'll be honest with you. If I was one of those dudes, like, if you wanted to do a real tour of the Riverwalk, where you just take people down the river, be like, look at that restaurant over there. All right, look, I'm going to tell y'all right now. If you want overpriced, bad Mexican food, that's the place to
right?
go.
Iron
You
Cactus.
Want, you want the real shit? Let's go down here.
Here's where you're going to want to go. That said, here's a great place to smoke pot in the corner without being noticed by the cops.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful place. You can sneak your drink out of this bar and have a fantastic
And
time.
by the way, I accept tips.
Yes.
You can fucking pay if you conduct the tour.
I call it tips for tips.
You know, they have those ghost tours of Houston. Which is, I want to start one and just make shit up.
You could.
not?
Yeah, that's all they're
would
doing.
know. Yeah, nobody would know any
That's
better.
all they're doing.
Oh yeah, that's where Lily von Finkelfoss was murdered by her husband.
If
Sir
you did it right,
Finkelfoss.
you would do it,
Yeah.
and you would do like ghosts from other time periods other than the Victorian era.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Like
90s ghosts. People died in the 90s.
No, you just take them to the Astrodome and said, this is where all the Katrina people died. So, you know, they walk around.
Haunted us.
There was a lot of babies made in that motherfucker.
Yes.
There was a lot of preteen
Some
pregnancy.
might not consent.
Yeah. So they say.
No, it's a safe bet. That Rob, how have you not started a ghost tour in Houston?
Yeah, right?
Do you understand? And I say this with no joking whatsoever.
You should do it. You should do people all about it and say this all happened in 1828 because there was no Houston.
Yeah.
And just take people's money and be like, people walk out of there going, dude, in 1828 that happened.
Yeah.
Somebody one day would finally go, there was no Houston in 1828.
Well, you know, the great thing about Houston is it's built on a real estate scam. Because when
Swampland.
when the Allen brothers showed up, they were
Swampland.
they were coming in to build a that's why we have Allen Parkway over here. The Allen brothers came in to develop the city.
Okay.
And they wanted to build a shipyard. You know, but they didn't realize we're 40 miles inland. When they bought this shit, they didn't look at a map, or the maps weren't right.
Or the Native
and so they
Americans
said,
fucked
okay,
them.
well now yeah, it was a
Oh, I love that. The Native Americans sold
Yeah.
them a faulty map.
Yeah.
and so they had to dig a fucking trench through the swamp all the way down to the fucking Gulf of Mexico. And so that's where we get the ship channel.
and then they invited all these people here to settle this city, and they called it the Fire Festival.
I finally watched the rest of that, by the way.
Oh my God! Isn't it
Oh,
great? Isn't it
sweet
great?
baby Jesus.
The best thing I love now is watching other people who watch it and then they come back. Man, I know how I can make that work.
Oh, no, of course they do. Of course they do.
No, you can't.
Bro, my two favorite parts. If you haven't watched the Fire Festival documentary, watch it. It's goddamn hilarious. It's a fucking rich white dude.
I was going to say, this sounds like the whitest shit
It's a
ever.
rich white dude.
Ja Rule too.
yes.
And Ja Rule, who threw, and my favorite part of it,
multiracial
so they
fuck up.
they throw they're throwing a huge music festival in the Bahamas. They hire all these influencers on Instagram, all these models and
Bella
celebrities.
Hadid, Emily
Oh,
Ratajkowski,
to say,
and-
join us at Fire Festival, this so-and-so. And they do all of this. Well, all these preppy rich kids start buying $3,000 and $4,000 tickets to a
Some
festival
$50,000 for a cabana.
that doesn't exist. The place doesn't exist. They don't have the island they say they have. They don't have the infrastructure they
Well,
said
no, they had the island they said they had.
Yeah.
But then they said it used to be Pablo Escobar's island. The people who owned it were going to let them do the festival, and they were like,
But that was bullshit.
We don't want the no. They said we don't want the drug history, whatever. The first ad they put out was all these millionaire model bitches, and they go, "This is all Pablo Escobar's island." They go, "You can't do your shit on our fucking island anymore."
Right.
So they had to move it to a place that it was fucking impossible.
They couldn't do it. So it all crumbles and burns. And towards the end, you hear Ja Rule go, "It ain't false. It ain't what's the word he used? He goes, it's not fraud. It's false advertising. There's a difference.
And what was the company he used as an example? Oh, he's like, Samsung blew up people's face with phones. They still selling phones, ain't they?
Ja Rule's not a business person. My favorite part.
It's not fraud. It's false advertising.
The best part about it. And it's all produced by Fuck Jerry Media.
Yeah, so fuck him.
Everybody hates him, right?
Well, he's under hot water now for stealing comics jokes. Elliot Tabili or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
They're in hot water for stealing comics material and not crediting it. But they're the ones who, because they were one of the big companies that advertised for Fire Festival, they ended up producing the documentary. This whole thing is 100% a spin piece to save their ass. So fuck Jerry.
Yeah.
Fuck Square Jerry. Fuck Square Jerry. That's all this shit is. It's produced by them as a spin piece.
Oh, we didn't know anything about
it's working.
But when they got that dude, there's a dude who you wonder about his sexuality through most of the film, and then later on he goes,
wonder.
"Yeah, you don't wonder. I mean, you know, but it's questionable."
But
he has to look right into the camera. I don't know what they paid this man, but it had to be the entire production budget. He looks right into the camera. He goes, and at one point, some of our stuff is stuck at customs. And this kid, the guy in charge of the whole festival, calls him up and goes, hey, man.
Need you to take one for the team.
Gonna need you to go down there and suck this guy's dick to get our stuff out of hock. And you go, in your head, when he says this out loud, you go, oh, my God. And then he goes, so I went straight home, and I took a shower, and I washed my mouth out. And you think that the next sentence is going to be because I felt so fucking dirty for being part of this. And he goes, and I was on my way down to customs.
To suck this guy's dick. And he says, thankfully, it never came to that. Bullshit.
Yeah, look, he pulls the air brake on it, but it doesn't matter what comes past that. You just watch the rest of the documentary going, you were going to suck dick for money. It was
water.
Yeah,
water for rich kids.
It was for a truck full of water. It wasn't even money.
Dick for water.
Yeah.
Ja Rule, dude,
Bro.
it's not false advertising.
You know, people in Flint ain't even doing that shit. Hey, shit, I'd rather be sick. I ain't sucking no goddamn dick for no water.
It's not false advertisement. It's murder.
We gotta take a quick break. Oh, shit. Slade, Rob, Sam, Trey. Stick around for WBNY. We're coming right back, though, with more Whiskey Brothers Original in just a moment.
Question? Comment? Just need to vent? Email us at podcast@praisewhiskey.com.
We are back on the home stretch of episode 680. Slade, Rob, Sam. Look at that. The OG crew in the house, along with Trey Tudson. We got Dale Cheeseman and Jason Salmon coming up next with WBNY. We are just digging into all kind of stuff. And by digging in, I mean pouring deeply into this bottle of Four Roses. The Right Reverend is playing bartender. The little man Trey has bowed out gracefully.
Thank you.
Why are you not drinking anymore? Remind me.
Because you almost murdered me at the fucking Christmas show.
Yeah, I just wanted him to say that in front of you.
Bitching out.
So last year.
It's you just weren't here for the post-mortem of him crying for about 4 episodes and bringing his own tumbler full of ice to pour his drink into.
Yeah.
I saw you do that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to sip it. Did you want to chase her?
Because all that shit he talked.
He knew.
I didn't talk that much. Hold on. First of all, y'all are exaggerating.
Trey, I could go to the tape. I
talked a little bit. I said I was going to drink y'all under the table. That's all I said.
That's a lot of shit.
I guess that's bad. I was just saying what I've heard. I was going off cliches.
You knew what was going to happen the same way that Japanese kickboxer
did outdrink you though, Sam.
When he went up against that fucking Floyd Mayweather. You knew what was going to happen.
Oh, I thought you were going to say when he went up against Joey Chestnut.
That's hilarious.
And you did outdrink me? No.
I thought I did.
No. At the end of the night, you were begging me to not. You were like, I don't want to fuck my
That's
wife.
right. I didn't want to do that.
I had a man to bring us a round of shots. I was like, let's do it. And then you didn't, and I took mine and yours.
Oh, Trey. Young guy.
Well,
you know what?
We'll drink to you.
Trey, you drink like a British rapper.
I drink just as much.
What's that dude's name? That just, shit. Who's
21 Jump Street.
What's that?
I forget his fucking name.
21 Scavenger Hunt.
Savage Garden.
Yeah.
He had to go.
21 Savage Dragon.
21.
You're the only one who'll get it.
I know. Eric Larson's baby. Yeah, bitches. I read image.
21 Savage.
Is that his name? 21 Savage?
21.
So wait. So that's what he got deported He's an English rapper, and I thought he was. I don't know enough about
We
rap.
thought he was everyone thought he was a nigga from Atlanta because that's what he was based out of. And he looked like Atlanta niggas and everything. But I'm not gonna
bro,
lie.
he looks like us. Like
Yeah.
he looks like he's straight
Bro.
out of fucking
How were his
the
teeth?
worst hood. in
How were
America.
Holly Park, like one of them.
They're platinum.
Oh yeah, exactly. He covered that shit up quick
Come on, dog.
because he's British. He's actually British.
Yeah.
Which once they show like he's British, you could see
he-
all the Brit features.
Does
He looks like
You can see
Seal
the-
without the scars. Once they say he's British, he looks like Seal without
Yeah.
scars.
The
You didn't,
fucked
you didn't
up
speak with a
nose.
British accent or
That's my question.
Nope, that
No.
nigga hid the shit out of that.
What British musician does fucking do their music in a British accent?
I mean, but in interviews-
the only one who does the music in a British accent is the guy from Green Day, and he's not British.
That is
I don't
true.
know if they did interviews with him and it was like, oh, that was so lovely to speak of the hood.
No, but that was what it was.
I'm come from the I'm from
Bruh,
the
bruh.
roundaway.
He
You know,
was
is
he
what
was
they say.
Idris Elba in The Wire.
Yes.
That's
Oh.
how black he was.
That's what
He
I'm
was-
expecting. I'm expecting John Boyega to
Yeah.
just attack the block or
He
whatever.
was mumble rapping to cover up his accent. That's why he was. He goes.
So they're sending him back.
Yeah, he
Is that the first English rapper?
No, there's
No.
The only English rapper should have like toffee on it. That's it. There's no such thing as a fucking English rapper.
No, Ice
That's
Toffee.
it. Yeah, ice toffee.
Ice toffee.
Yeah.
Right. It's not T-Pain. It's tea time.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know me. I'm from around the way, you see. There's a gentleman over there who wanted to do me ill.
Yes.
And I said, fuck no, sir.
Right.
Not on this day.
Actually, Rob, they're called niggas with articulation.
Excuse me. You are correct. Fuck the bobbies, and I say it with much attitude.
Fuck the bobbies.
It's niggas with aptitude.
Oh shit.
It was a good day.
Alliteration. Alliteration.
Oh shit.
So you can say that. Say it with alliteration.
I didn't have to use my cafe au lait.
I was like, quick, give me a word for stick that rhymes with AK.
Oh, yes, you see.
Oh shit, man.
Fuck the bobbies, you see. You know, they're a terrible mess of business when they come about and they hassle me and my homies. I shall have none of it. I shall have none of it. Not today, sir.
You know
Not
British-
today. Not
you know-
today.
You know who British rappers fucking hate?
Who?
Travis Scotsman.
Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
Travis Scotsman.
Eat a dick. Right in the dick.
They may take our AK, but they won't take our freedom.
I'm Snoop Houndy Hound.
Shit.
Oh,
God
you're
damn.
an asshole.
Snoop Howdy Hound.
You're an asshole.
Shit.
Snoop Corgi.
Houndy hound.
Yeah.
Snoop Houndy Hound.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. I was wondering who might have a, how do you say, a gin and juice then. I wish to sip on it for a bit and discuss my hoes because, you see, I have my pounds on my mind and my money on my pounds. I don't need all these hoes coming about here fronting. I am ill with the fronting.
Oh shit, I'm stuck, man.
I tell you, I've dealt with this one whore, and she's made me all sixes and sevens. I don't know what to do with her. I thought at first to give her the bitch hand, but then I thought better of myself, and you know, a good reprimand, a good verbal sparring will bring her back in line.
He can't rhyme in American, but he's on fucking fire.
Yeah, he's fucking got this shit on lock.
Nigga sitting there with an ascot on and shit. He's gonna fucking.
But here's the thing.
shit.
This is the way it works in Trump's America. Hey, 21 Savage, you're British, but you're
Get the
still
fuck
black.
outta here.
You're still
right.
black, motherfucker. Deport your ass.
Got him the fuck out of here, man.
Oh.
That's right, we got to build a wall across the Atlantic
Yeah.
to keep these British rappers out.
Oh my God.
Don't worry, America, for I shall return.
That's funny.
This summer, 8 kilometer.
Farewell. A kilometer.
What if you only had one visa, one opportunity, seeing everything you ever dreamed of? Would you capture that, or just let it sleep? His palms are sweaty.
yeah, my-
These weak arms are heavy.
my palms are
There's
so
vomit
damp.
on his sweater already. Mom's bangers and mash.
Dearest Slim, this is the 4th correspondence I've sent you. Sadly, none of other my posts have reached thee. I was wondering if you could do thee the harm of coming by and sending a photo of yourself. For my little brother is quite the fan, you see. He saw you on Top of the Pops and couldn't stop speaking of you.
Oh, shit.
Dearest Slim, this is the 9th letter, you fucking cocksucker.
Right.
I'd be most appreciative if you go fuck yourself.
I'm driving the auto off London Bridge.
Dear Simon, I'm pretty sick of your shit.
Dear Slim, I drank a fifth of tea. Dare me to drive? You know that song by Phil Collins, one of ours?
I put my dearest in the boot.
Oh, shit.
In the boot of me auto.
Yeah, she's in the boot of me auto. I'm approaching London Bridge.
You know that song by Phil Collins, one of ours? About that guy who could have rescued the other guy out of the Thames.
It's a rhymer in the Thames.
But he didn't. But he didn't. Because he was busy eating crumpets.
Oh, y'all make my head.
Well, that's what this was like, Slim. You could have rescued me from drowning.
Fucking England. We didn't mean to confuse you with all that talk about pounds in other countries, Trey.
Yeah, y'all
you
fucked me up. I'm not cultured at all. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Pounds are the money they use, like our dollars.
And guess what? Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em. There's a reason we broke off from them, okay? I live in L.A. and London's expensive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
London's that expensive?
London can suck a dick.
London's expensive, yeah. You gotta import everything. It's nothing.
Dude,
it's an island.
I got a travel credit card. I was walking around dropping the shit. We get back to the hotel, and I look at what that conversion was to U.S. dollars, and I was like, holy shit, I was buying a bag of Coke a beer.
Are they the double-decker niggas? Or
Yes.
That is a rap band in London.
double-decker niggas?
Yeah. Bass, how low can I go? Death row? We don't have that here.
God, I wish that had happened 6 minutes from now. I don't know if we could beat that.
God damn.
Fuck you.
Radio stations, I question their blackness. We'll see if they play. They probably won't. I doubt that. There's only 3 of us in the whole bloody country. Bring some more. We need more savages.
21 on the way.
Yeah.
Bring the noise, but no, just slightly bring the noise.
Bring the noise.
Slightly bring the noise.
Could you bring the ruckus? Bring
What
the
you was
ruckus.
showing me with the money, Ethiopia in some trouble.
So I was just explaining to you that. So I have an exchange
Segway.
rate app. I have an exchange. Well, that's what brought it up. I have an exchange rate app on my phone that allows me to see what the dollar's worth as I'm jumping through countries. So I'm just
Because
not
you're well
spending.
traveled. I got it.
No, fucker.
I got you, buddy.
Okay, you idiot.
Because he is.
He is.
Yeah, you goddamn right.
Bro, you well traveled when you brag with a passport. Like, bitch, you want to see the world? Like, that's a fucking.
It's so I use it to figure out what I'm spending while I'm elsewhere. And we were scrolling through. You want to see what the pound was worth or what the euro was worth. They're all about like 87 cents to the dollar.
Yeah.
So so they're worth more than our dollar is. But Ethiopia is like 30 beer to our dollar.
Yeah, 28.
And it's
28
75 cents a beer.
Yeah, it's
like
cheap.
that,
Yeah.
and that's for good beer. And dude, you want to have fun?
Wait, hold on,
in
wait.
Ethiopia?
Are we talking like beer Budweiser or
No,
like
they have
BIR
Andrew-
beer? Like, how is this beer spelled?
St. Andrew and Tusker. Tusker is an African beer that's fucking amazing, and you get it in like half a 40. It's like 22-ounce beer, and it might cost you like 90 cents maybe.
Yeah.
And dude, if you ever find yourself in a sketchy part of Ethiopia, you know what you do?
Why would
you
I
walk?
ever over there?
Why would you ever be over there?
Sam,
Why
I
would
just
you ever
went
be over
to
there?
Shreveport for the first time last week.
Let me tell you why you'd be over
Ethiopia is
there.
way down.
Let me tell you why you'd be over there. The food is incredible and the women are fucking gorgeous.
He doesn't care about either one of those things.
Coming from me.
Ethiopian women look nice.
Trey doesn't like sex or vegetables. This is
But they necks too thin. Them Ethiopian bitches got real straw ass necks.
But sometimes if you
And them
want to go out
sick-ass
to a bar,
bobbleheads.
Sometimes you want to go out to a bar in Ethiopia, man. You
Bitches
look
built
around and
like
be like,
tripods.
there's some scary motherfuckers in here.
Yeah.
I never did it, but I thought about it. I was like, hey, man, first ride for everybody in this bar is on me. It would cost me $7. And then I got a bunch of Ethiopian motherfuckers ready to fight if you fuck with me.
Wow.
And he looks like their king.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I am King Selassie like a motherfucker.
There's that.
But what?
See, that doesn't work for
Okay.
the other like white guys. Excuse me, I was wondering, gentlemen. First round's upon me, and then we'll take your land.
Hey, motherfucker, you buy free drinks from a motherfucking Ethiopia, they will fight for you.
You can call them a double-decker. No,
That's when a black guy shits in your toilet on the top there.
That was shit when you had the
shit.
comb. When you had the comb, what do you call this? It's a bunch of Ethiopians carrying a canoe.
God, those jokes are my favorite. They're so bad.
Ethiopian jokes were so bad in the 80s. They were so great.
Dude, people used to hold up barcodes. What's that? Ethiopian family portrait. They were so
Because
bad.
they was black, small, and sick. Right?
Black,
Is that
small.
punching down?
As legend.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's.
No, I think it's the very definition. Not pretty much.
All right.
You nailed it.
Sorry about that,
It's
sick
my-
niggas. Sorry. I mean, they're doing better now. No, they're not doing better. $1 can give me 30 of y'all dollars?
It's really one of the most. It might be my third favorite
Yeah, but
country.
that $30 doesn't buy shit.
It
Dude,
does.
they must
Actually.
have like 4-cent prostitutes.
No, the capital of Ethiopia is my third favorite city on the planet.
Which one?
It's Rome, Seville, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Okay.
The capital of Ethiopia is fucking amazing.
It's beautiful or something like that?
No, it's filthy. You can go down a 4-lane road and 2 of them have donkey carts in them. It's fucking.
But then across from that, there'll be a hotel. There'll be a Hilton with gold, like real gold gates, and then somebody washing their shit in like
it's so
shit water.
it's so juxtaposed. It's weird.
And Ethiopians will clean your shoes to like brand new status.
Sam had the dirtiest pair of white tennis shoes I ever seen in my entire
I wear good shoes, Ethiopia.
To this day, I swear to God, these kids went down to the store and bought him a new pair just to prove that they were good at their jobs. They washed these shoes. They were soaking wet for like 2 days. He was squishing his way through the streets, but boy, they were shiny white. It was so pretty.
Clean shoes is a big thing to them, and they were like, "What clean your shoes?" They, you brother, come here, brother. Like, you need our help. And I was like,
I did only cost 30 beer.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
yeah, which is like $4.
Like a buck.
I could go dress like this and stun on them bitches.
Oh, bro, you would have, yeah.
God, my shoes is clean.
Dude, they won't be long.
I got one final shot real quick. I want to remind you, I don't know if there's any more. I know they were down to like the last 15 or 20 bottles of our own signature special blend of Old Humble whiskey. If you check with those guys.
Tomorrow night at the Secret Group, myself and Eddie Huggins performing.
Rob Mungo will be there. And I am in Plano all week. I should have told you that. I was there last night. I'm there tonight. And I'm there tomorrow. Come see me at Hyenas Comedy Club. We love you guys the most. We're the Whiskey Brothers. Sam Damaris, Rob Mungo, Slade Ham, Trey Tutson. Stick around for Whiskey Brothers New York. It's Dale Cheeseman and Jason Salmon on another edition of that. You know to find it every Friday.
And please check out my homeboy Kanye Westminster.
Oh.
And now from the Big Apple, it's the Whiskey Brothers, New York.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Whiskey Brothers East North. East North, baby. We're coming to you from the Comic Strip Live NYC studios up on 83rd-ish. Between 83rd and 82nd, there's another street.
It's between...
Still figuring out the city.
It's 2nd Avenue between 82nd and 83rd.
2nd Avenue, we are on top of the 60th floor looking down on all of y'all.
Yeah.
It's truly amazing up here. The air is so crisp. You can see the mountains.
You can. A drawing of the mountains.
It's a really nice drawing of the mountains.
Terrific.
We are back with another episode and a new sponsor. We lost our sponsor from last week, sadly. They shut down.
Yeah.
But we decided to make this show a little bit more kid-friendly. You know, all of our sponsors have been kind of adult targeted. But now we're back with America's favorite candy maker, Willy Wonka Candy Company.
I think it's just Willy Wonka.
I think they veered away from chocolate.
Yeah.
Because it was too limiting. So the Willy Wonka Candy Company, the maker of America's favorite crunchy candy in a box, the only candy that comes in a box without a wrapper inside that box also, Nerds.
Yeah.
That is not our sponsor, actually. They're having us debut their brand new candy.
Trying to hit another market.
Called Jocks.
Jocks.
Pick up a pack of Willy Wonka Jocks. It's the only candy that has meat in it.
There's actual meat in it.
Yeah, it's candy-coated beef.
Nerds just need to stay awake during their video game.
Look out, nerds.
Yeah.
Here comes Jocks.
Jocks need protein. So it's one of the few candies with protein and sugar.
Beef up, bad boy.
Yeah.
Jocks.
Jocks candy.
Check them out wherever you buy candy that has an expiration date that week.
And check the expiration date.
Check the candy deli at the restaurant.
It is the only candy that is USDA inspected.
Because it's the only candy that has to be USDA
It is.
inspected.
It is technically the only candy that has to be. It has to. It's legal.
But we're talking almost prime.
Yeah.
So whatever's right below that.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know.
Choice, I think.
Choice. Yeah.
Choice. This is choice beef.
Ooh, beef. It's right below choice. It's like, ooh.
Beef?
If you mispronounce it, it sounds like, ooh, beef. No, it's not. It's, ooh, beef. Yeah.
Ooh, beef. Pick up the T-shirt, get the candy, see a doctor. Willy Wonka's Jocks.
You should probably make sure your doctor's okay with this.
Ask your doctor if you're ready
Ask
to
your
take
doctor
Jocks.
if your child is ready to take Jocks, the only candy with protein and USDA inspection.
My son ate 3 pounds of candy on Halloween, but luckily it was all choice grade beef. Ooh, beef. It's not choice. All right.
My son ate 3 pounds of candy at Halloween and then beat up our neighbor in his own yard.
Yeah, you gotta start them young, otherwise they're gonna end up like me, just trying to backtrack our way into that beefy body.
Just regretting that you ate nerds your whole childhood.
Yeah, got rid of the nerds, got a shelf full of beef, of Jocks. Beef.
You don't call it beef.
No, I call it Jocks. Eat it breakfast, lunch, dinner, pour some milk on it.
Yeah.
It's delicious, and I'm trying to beef up, actually. A little bit right now, I don't know if you can tell.
I don't know. Do you go to the gym? Have you seen a gym?
Yes, I go to the gym. I
Do you
blamed
know
it on
anybody
pretty
named
hard.
Jim? Wow.
That's how I got. I've been looking into gyms. Been researching the hell out of them to a point where I was literally just looking into gyms at that point, like
just staring into gyms while
Jim
people work
Krasinski
out
from The Office.
Okay.
Jim Beam, just all of them, just checking them out, and then I realized that's not how you spell gyms. I'm getting back into gym, working out, and because I have nothing to do during the day here. If we're not recording this, I'm kind of just sitting around waiting to do it again.
You're dead to the world.
Completely.
Yeah.
So I joined a gym, but I joined a cheap gym because I only have so much of my budget for lying to myself. Come on. I joined a cheap gym. Do you do a gym?
I do.
Do you do an expensive gym?
No. I like the cheap gym.
The cheap gyms are the best.
I like the gyms that sort of make you feel like you go in and you're like, I've already accomplished something just by being here amongst
someone
these
already
people.
beat this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm here just victory lap.
I'm like the Rocky version of every boxing movie. Like, yeah, sure. You go to a gym where you can get a massage and swim in a pool and lift machine weights.
Yeah.
I'm going to get in a gym where I actually have to do manual labor. Yeah.
They have those gyms where like everything is made by that gym. Like the gym brand makes the equipment, makes the water fountain, just everything. I like the cheap gyms where like it's like all old equipment. They're all like stacked in like 3 stories and they only have like 600 square feet on each story. So the best part is you see people coming to the gym and the first thing they go is stairs. Fuck this. They're just pissed there's stairs at the gym. I like old gyms. They just used cheap gyms. They use the old equipment from shut down gyms of yesteryear.
Yeah.
Like it's all rusty and there's like ashtrays built into the machine.
Oh, yeah.
So you can set your cigarette down before you do your ab twists, whatever, with the belt. It pulls harder on the left.
Yeah.
A man
if you
needs
push
to lean
this
to the
button,
right.
it'll shake you.
The fixed bicycles have a giant front wheel.
It is.
I have no idea how to use the equipment. It's all like so outdated.
I like the old equipment because like it's so rusted and difficult to move. You'd be like, oh,
Yeah,
what are
that
you
is the
doing?
resist-
10. I'm doing 10.
I'm doing 10 with about 180 pounds of resistance.
Yeah, there's 180 pounds of deterioration resistance.
Okay, this leg press is if your knees buckle, there's nothing to stop it.
There's nothing. Yeah, I mean, this is going to. Here's the thing: if you mess up on this piece of equipment, it will crush you. It will. You'll be dead.
I'm trying to figure. I don't know how to use half the equipment there.
But you know what? You pay attention, because if you know that the alternative to working out properly is death,
yeah,
you're like, I am sharp. You're
keeps
like,
you on your toes.
Yeah.
Or it'll take your fucking toes.
It will. It keeps you on your toes while you have toes.
I'm seeing like people in there. I don't have like a buddy I work out with or anything. I'm trying to make gym friends, which is like the saddest thing in my life right now is just trying to
Which is saying something, folks. I've seen his life.
It really is. But like I'm hanging out and I see this guy like standing by a piece of equipment. I was like, oh, he might know how to use this. I walk up and I'm like, hey, are you using this machine? And he goes, no. And I go, yeah, me neither. Right?
You're just trying to make friends.
Hey, you want to get out of here? Which sounds like a come on. I'm just looking for someone to give up with me a little bit.
How much man sex have you had because of trying to keep
get out of awkward situations?
Yeah,
just a couple.
Just a couple.
And
you know what? If you gotta
move on, and you go hit another set.
Yeah,
I like to call it set of balls.
Go throw down another set of getting out of the gym.
Yeah. Just choking down sets left and right. Yeah. Just trying to get through it.
Nobody knows how hard these sets are.
I haven't worked out once. I've gone to the gym every day for 3 months, and I have not worked out once. But
That's
I've put my hours in. It's like a library for people who can't read.
Nobody talks about the actual lifting parts. They're like, put your hours in, get to the gym. Everybody goes, you got to get to the gym. Nobody goes, also, when you're there, you have to do things that are difficult.
No one says that. They say it's a lifestyle change.
They're like, get to the gym. Sure. I get to the gym every day.
You do?
Yeah.
I mean, like to hang out.
I mean, I actually push things around and move things and lift things. I like doing it. Makes me feel good.
You're an asshole.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing is that
no, I actually like this. You're the guy.
No,
you're the guy in prison who's like, more rocks.
I am. That's the thing is my whole brain is wired for manual labor. And I am a comic. Yeah. All I do is perform for people. I'm like a jester, and I'm not made to be a jester. So I have to go to the gym to like move. I'm like, I want to move this thing that's going to stay in place, but I'm going to move it a bunch of times until I'm exhausted, like I've been at a real day of work. Yeah, they say the secret to comedy is to work harder than the other comics on the show. Yeah, that's the way I just wear a 10-pound bracelet weight on my mic hand. You're like, oh,
they're not doing this.
Hard. Nobody's doing it.
They're not doing it.
I remember that one show that you forgot the bracelet and you kept punching yourself in the face.
You got a black eye. I was killing so hard.
I was. People thought that was a bit. No, people didn't know.
It was uncontrollable reflexes.
You're just like, I can't believe how light my arm is.
You can still, I have, if you look at that microphone at this club right now, you can still see little bits of my eyelash.
Oh, yeah? They're still embedded in there?
Yeah, you can see other guys' beards, curly beards, and my slick, straight eyelashes sticking out.
You're actually, if you look close at that, you could fall in love. It looks like a real person. It really does.
It's really coming together.
It's got eyelashes and beard hair. That's what everybody wants.
I've been going to the gym every day.
Was that a resolution of yours?
No, it's just I don't own a TV right now.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, gyms always have 40 TVs.
Have so many TVs.
So no one's going to get mad if you change one of the TVs to what you want to watch.
Yeah.
I watched it. Like, the weird thing, the gym TVs, they always play UFC. It's only UFC fights.
Really?
Morning, noon, and night when I'm there. Like, there's 8 a.m. UFC fighting going on like 20
you need to go
TV.
to a less depraved gym.
It's weird. I mean, I don't like the UFC.
Yeah.
I don't like watching the fights, but I do understand that they teach a very important lesson.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a white man, you are allowed to wear cornrows.
I did not know that.
But you're going to have to fight a lot of black guys.
Yeah.
That's just the rule.
Over the cornrows? Is that what they're fighting over?
No, it's not. It's not over the cornrows. I don't want to say it's not about the cornrows.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Maybe it is a little bit.
It's a little. There's definitely some there.
Like, you know what's weird about fighting is that it just when
8
you
in the morning.
when you describe it to people, you're like, these two guys are fighting each other. Well, why are they fighting each other? We're like, for a purse. How do I describe that?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They strip down to almost nothing, right?
Right.
And they
just fight for a purse.
First of all, it's just hours of showing off their bodies to each other.
How do women not love this?
They present their bodies
it's just nearly
to
naked
each other,
men.
critique each other physically, like get an exact weight and dimension of each other's bodies and every breakdown of their arms from different sweaty angles, just kind of working out. And then they meet for the first time. And they lock eyes like like love at first sight.
There's always an embrace in there. You got to slow it down.
It's always been you.
It's always been you. Oh,
time slows, and even though they're in a room surrounded by people, they feel like they're all alone.
So you go watch UFC at the gym?
No, it's just always on at the gym.
So what do you watch?
I flip around daytime television, the news, and stuff like that. I don't listen to it. I just watch it.
You just watch the images of the news?
Yeah, I'll listen
You're
back.
like, look at that, a house is on fire.
I listened back to this podcast to review it while I watched the news commentate,
right.
and it's just like a bunch of commentators on a political issue being like, look, Jock Candy is going to change the name of the game. They're coming in with an all-protein candy supplement for our youth, and I think it's a great thing. Then the other side, gets all offended about it.
There's a lot of pundits talking about this, folks. If you're not hearing it, then you're not listening to the real news.
Yeah, which is listening to our podcast while you watch the news on mute.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the only way to do it.
That's how you do it.
This is going to be coming out, I guess, the end of February.
Yeah. So now
in March you want to plug.
So now we'll know. We'll know if everybody's sticking with their resolutions, because that's what's. So the gym was not a resolution. Do you have any resolutions?
My resolutions. I think we talked about this. I think it was. I'm not breaking eye contact with strangers.
Ooh, there you go.
Which you told me was a bad move, but I feel it's like the punching the biggest prisoner kind of thing.
Oh, that's not how it works at all.
Have you ever been to prison?
No.
Have you ever played a prisoner?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's more than me. I'm going to defer to you.
How about you? Are you dieting at all?
Doing a little bit of because you can't lose weight with just working out.
Well, there's a lot of diets out there. The keto diet.
Yeah, I did that for a while. The listeners know about that. It was a big failure.
Yeah.
I'm doing a diet right now.
Paleo.
Not paleo, but it's based on the paleo. It's there's Paleolithic and then the Jurassic. This is the Neo-Jurassic diet.
Neo-Jurassic.
Neo-Jurassic.
What is that?
So it's just post. I don't know if you've ever seen dinosaurs, but they are shredded. They are always just cut up, like skin and bones most of the time.
Mostly bones.
Most
of the time I've seen them, they've been just bones.
Just the bones.
Just bones.
So what I'm doing
not an ounce of fat.
No, nothing.
Look at dinosaurs in a museum. Ounce of fat? Not an ounce of fat. When people say that, it's usually figurative. Literally. 0 ounces of fat.
Ounce of fat.
Or skin.
450 million years old, still in their prime.
Still in their prime.
They're always running. They're always in a running position.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
You've never seen a sleeping dinosaur.
So that's right. So
I'm doing a Neo-Jurassic. It's based on the dinosaur's diet. Basically, whenever you eat, you hold your arms into your chest like a T-Rex.
Like tiny T-Rex.
And whatever you can pick up with your hand and still get to your mouth without breaking that crippled stature. So it's a lot of chicken legs, turkey legs.
Yeah, a lot of large pieces of food, but just the ends of them.
Yeah, I can only eat the very top of it. Yeah, that's what reaches.
Okay.
A lot of cartilage.
Yeah, I assume you've had some corn on the cob.
You take the corn and you shred it in your hand and then try to toss kernels.
That's good.
You get a lot of kernels up your nose, which is But hey, that's what dinosaurs did, and they were cut up. Do you do any specific diets?
I mean, I've done. I'm not a huge fan of diets, but I like
the trendy ones.
I like to try diets out.
A lot of people are trying like Whole30 and stuff.
Whole30. Well, okay, so I do. It's Full Throaty. It's because I thought I was doing the one everybody was doing, and it turns out I was doing sort of this.
What's Full Throaty?
it's where you just shove as much food as you can, and whatever you can get into your mouth is your meal.
Oh.
So you want to start with the big foods and try to get as much of that in, and then you shove the smaller ones in there, and save your sauces for last.
Well, why are you shoving them in your mouth?
You just, however much you can fit in your mouth.
Oh, in one go
is your meal.
You fill
your mouth
full throat. Okay,
yeah.
You fill your mouth completely one time.
Not whole 30. I mean, I thought it was that when I signed up for it.
I wonder why.
That's what happens.
They have similar sounding names, but that's probably just completely coincidence.
They do, and I should have been paying more attention.
No, that's not on you. That's probably on them, and I don't even know if they.
I mean, that's what happens when you sign up for a diet plan. Right around New Year's at your gym. That's an old school gym.
Yeah, that has a deli in the bottom of it.
I mean, people, old people were talking about it. I was like, oh, this is
the full throaty.
I should have probably, when the guy wearing the onesie and doing his calisthenics between sales, like he'd just be
twisting a mustache the entire time.
It was a little sinister. It was.
He just had giant round weights, like complete balls on a bar that said 100 lbs painted on it.
He did. He says, what you're going to want to do more of is kicks. You know, he said that.
Once you get the weight up in the air, try to go on one foot.
Yeah. He was a big fan, you know. It's one of those dudes who you just stand beside, and while he's talking to you, he just moves himself side to side. He just keeps rotating himself. You're like, what? Is that a palsy? What's going on there? He's like, no, this is for my abs.
Okay, so that's why when we got here, I saw you. I was wondering why you put all the peanuts from the bar in your mouth and then squeezed in the Jell-O packet.
Yeah, because the Jell-O packet fit. You just
you don't want to do that in first.
Yeah, you do that first. You block the peanuts.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a nice diet. I'll check it out.
Diet. Yeah.
I would do it like the peanuts could work with me. I don't know if I could throat Jell-O up into my face and catch a lot of it.
It's a lot.
I love Jell-O.
Yeah.
But I don't know about dinosaurs eating Jell-O, and I'm sticking.
A lot of people think Jell-O killed the dinosaurs.
You know, I was aware of that. I didn't want to open up this whole conspiracy area.
I mean,
that all dinosaurs were frozen in a layer of gelatin. It wasn't the Ice Age.
Yeah.
It was the slightly in between solid and liquid phase.
All
right, we got to get out of here. That's it for Whiskey Brothers East North.
Oh, and our other sponsor. This is also brought to you by Tonic the Hedgehog, the hair gel for people who want to have that wild, cartoonishly spiky look. It's done by L'Oreal. And it's a very niche market.
Yeah, their new line of
for kids for divorce.
Kids of divorce.
Line.
Yeah. Say something to your parents without saying anything.
And then go get your third grade picture done with your hair spiked up like a cartoon animal.
Yeah, and then go see the new live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie in theaters.
Trademark, by the way. This has nothing to do with Sonic the Hedgehog.
No, this is just
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Tonic the Hedgehog.
By L'Oreal.
By L'Oreal for divorced children.
For that cartoonishly spiky look.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you next time.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by Scarface. Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.